Jordan, did you hear that music? That was beautiful. And that music is Chinese music. Have you ever heard of Chinese music before? Have you ever listened to any? It's so beautiful. Anyway, the reason I'm playing this Chinese music today is because it's a special day. It's Chinese New Year Day today. That means people from a faraway place called China will be celebrating their new year. And some people who might have come from China a very long time ago, they live in different countries. They might live in our country, England, which becomes their country, but all people who originate from China will be celebrating their Chinese New Year today, and for a few more days as well. Now, if you think back to Christmas time, which wasn't long ago for us, we had a week afterwards, we celebrated our new year. That means we started from 2020, we went on to 2021, and it's a brand new year for us. But the Chinese people start celebrating from today, okay? And they decide when to celebrate depending on where the moon is, which is very interesting. So they start celebrating today, which in a little while we will watch a beautiful clip from two little children, a boy and a girl, who are Chinese, and they tell us all about how their family get ready for New Year, what they do, and then they tell us all about how they celebrate New Year as well. So it's really interesting and exciting, and I love finding out about how different families celebrate different things. So they might be different to your family, so you can have a little think. Is that the way you celebrate? Do you eat that kind of food? Do you give gifts like they do? So have a little talk after you've watched it with your grown-ups, once you've found out all about how the Chinese people celebrate their new year. Okay, I'm just going to show you some little things I've got here out of our Chinese box. Oh, we've got a little boy on the front of our book, and that's New Year. Little boy and his brother, by the looks, they are busy doing things in that picture. But I've got some Chinese writing. So their writing looks a bit different to ours as well. Looks very interesting, all these lines. So their writing's a bit different. And let me show you. Oh, now what do we... Oh, let me just show you this first. This is a jar of Chinese cookies, cookie rolls, and at the top there is some real Chinese writing, and it's telling you they're the Chinese cookie rolls, and this is the English writing, but there is the Chinese. So that's some Chinese food, and we have got, and Chinese people, they like dragons because dragons are a sign of good luck and wonder. So I have lots of dancing dragons. We also want to show you these. These are called, do you know what these are? Yeah, they're sticks. They're called chopsticks. And chopsticks are what Chinese people use to eat their food. So we use a knife and fork when we eat our food. But Chinese people, they use chopsticks, which is very clever because quite tricky. I can just about open and close them. So they have little bowls. They put their Chinese rice in, or their Chinese noodles, or they put their stir fry or their meats in, and their soups in their little bowls. And then they get the chopsticks and they pick up their food, open and close, open and close. Delicious. And then they've got one of these. This is like a big spoon. It's like a ladle, and you eat your soup and your dumplings in that. A little Chinese cup to drink the soups as well. And so all these Chinese things are how different to what I have. I have knife and fork at my house, but I do like to use chopsticks now and again. Okay, so just showing you some Chinese things. So I'm going to let you enjoy watching this amazing clip. Well, there's two actually. Watch the little boy and girl getting ready for their new year and watch them how they celebrate their new year. I especially love watching the dancing dragons in the parade they go to watch. It's so exciting, children. All I did for my celebrations, not this year, but sometimes we have fireworks when it's New Year for us. And I think the Chinese people have special firecrackers. You'll see that in a second, I think. Right, so just before we go, I'm going to teach you some Chinese, how to talk Chinese as well. So there's two different ways you can talk Chinese. You can talk in Mandarin or Cantonese. And in Mandarin, for Happy New Year, you would say, 新年快乐, 新年快乐. Can you say that? 新年快乐. Well done. And in Cantonese, you would say, for Happy New Year, you would say, 恭喜發財. 恭喜發財. Well done. Right, so it's time to watch and enjoy finding out all about how the Chinese children get ready for their New Year celebrations.